Welcome back, Tankers of Blitz Universe. We are going to take a look today at this little bugger, the Strv 74A2, and then answer the question, is it worth the money? Because it is available in a bundle at the moment, and aside from all the containers which contain the EMRS Premier prototype, the first prototype of the EMRS 30. And like I said, this one is available from the start too, as you can see here. The Viking bundle and the Hunters bundle. 23 euros, what does it give you? The 74A2, obviously, Stridswagen, garage slot and 6 unlocked equipment slots, and you save 28% with this purchase. But yeah, that amount of money gives you this amount of gold. 6,700 gold. So in that regard, you are paying for spare parts and gold to unlock the equipment slots quickly. Is that a good deal? Well, maybe not. It's not brilliant, but let's take a look anyway. I've driven it on a press account. This is what my loadout in terms of ammo. I have fairly standard consumables, fairly standard provisions. And for the equipment, I decided to go with this. Improve ventilation to really get the tank up to speed just a bit better. Improve modules and optics, giving me just shy of 300 meters of fuel range, which is good. It's not a very mobile tank. It's a bit in the. It's a bit of a mix between a light actually and a medium. I like to use the improved assembly. The armor can be quite trollish. We're going to take a look at that now in the stats as well. And you can see calibrated shells instead of a gun laying drive. But the biggest problem is if you compare it to the other premium mediums. The only thing really better than the rest is the shell velocity. And as you can see, the hull armor. It's not bad. The hull armor. It's not thick either. It's a medium, of course, but it's got a steep angle. It can create a few bounces, but yeah, the aim time. Small tomb, hands down, far better. You can see the gun depression, only 6 degrees. That isn't a lot due to the oscillating turbo. Then again, the MX 12T has even less. You only have 9 degrees of elevation too. So yeah, it is a bit of a hard tank to play, and I had really struggled in the first few games I did. I think in the first, was it 20 or so I did on a contributed account. I really struggled. I was being a bit, I don't know, maybe too patient, maybe I was being too wary of conserving my hit points. But I managed to get a few nice games done. 3 of them are going to follow up over here. But this tank is all about the burst damage. It doesn't have, obviously, the camo rating that light tanks have. It doesn't have on-the-move camo rating, which is, well, a bit annoying, really. No, you can't get up there. Neftos, you can't go up there. It's a bit annoying because it is, like I said, a medium, but it's a goodish tank with, if you let the reticle shrink down completely and fully aim in, you have fairly good. There we go. Fairly good accuracy. And you have the burst damage of 480 average alpha, which is pretty darn good. But this isn't a tank for people who are just starting the game. I'm happy to take this shot on the Death Toaster and just about not finish him off. And then we're going to take another shot. There we are into the Nashorn, but we completely stuffed that one up. So we have to reload. There are tanks at the back. I know that because the siren was going off for a nice. There is a nice bounce, just angled enough to get that bounce. And here's the burst damage and the gun elevation and the gun depression, but I can finish him off now. We get a shot onto the Nashorn, quickly switch to HE and switch back. And now we're using the mobility, because when you get it up to speed, it's quick enough. But you have to get it into a position where you are dictating the terms of the outcome. You want to be in charge of where you are fighting, because otherwise you will have problems. But tanks like this at 320 at the moment. There we go, we can finish you off. Shit, he just gets finished off by the T1. But situations like this, those are ideal for the Strv, because you can sneak around and come up on the back of other tanks and then shoot them. But the biggest problem is, like said, the lack of on-the-move camo rating. This KV is going to shoot me. I thought I was covered, but apparently he hit me through my front drive wheel, I think, somewhere like that. But I can reload now. I have a rock to my front. And it's not the KV1s that I'm afraid of on this one. It's not the Durbguns, even though they hit pretty hard. It is actually AMX 12Ts and MT25s and SP1Cs. Other tanks with autoloaders that can deliver the same burst damage as I do, but are just a lot quicker, really. That's the tanks that worry me the most. And obviously high DPM machines, mediums with a high alpha gun, even a Crusader really, because they can tear you apart even if you will shoot through them constantly. They can deliver quite a bit of damage. Right, this was a game much on the front line really, just running around trying to not get shot while I'm reloading. You can see credits, nice stuff, 47k for tier 6 medium. It's not too bad, I guess. We have 2 more games. This one on Castilla with no sound, unfortunately. It's a tier 7 game with a fair few heavies on the Reds and on our team as well. So I'm not ashamed to go camping on the ridge. And like mentioned, I'm not afraid to go up over here on this on the ridge. I can see the team moving to the left. The Lupus was already telling us to go left all. Here's the first shots available on the Tiger. By the looks of it, I have quite a good camo rating because I'm not spotted as I take these shots. And you can see indeed the gun elevation and the gun depression angles not brilliant. I'm going to park up over here. I'm reloading and there's no one on the top. There's no one behind us. Thank you very much. That's all well and good. And we can start putting shots into the KV-1S. Track him in place through the lower plate, but I hit the 3485. And I really should have taken a shot on the T3485 there. Should have switched quickly to him because yeah, then I would have taken a gun out of the game earlier. Can't shoot you now, SCRV. Where's the T3485? Can I shoot him? I'm going for the AMX. T34 is down now. There's the SCRV again. Here we go. Shot into you on your drive wheel. Thank you very much. And this one is going in, I'm not sure. Yeah, of course we are idiots, but yo, whatever. And we are reloading, and I'm sitting nicely. I got the rock to my right side. I can put shots into this T150. There we go. That one shot a bit too quick. Re-aim and shoots on the front plate again. So we are reloading again. STRV is over there to the right. Can I? Nope, can't shoot him. And like I said, I am not ashamed of me camping around. Blind shot, just trying to put it in. Doesn't really work. Oh, does it? Yeah, it did. It's on the side of the turret, bounces. But yeah, like I said, I'm not ashamed of just sitting here. I'm get spotted now by the AMX because I've pulled up just a bit further forward. That means that those rocks are a bit of a reference to whether you can be shot or not. I'm dropping down now. Pieces of IT. Right, and now we have a bit of a problem because there's a camping KV2. There's a fairly full health VK over there. There's still an SCRV at I don't know how much, but probably if I hit him twice, and did hit him, I hit him once. If I hit him twice, about 700 health. And there's this AMX who's coming from that direction. But luckily the SCRV gets blown to bits by our KV2. And that's just the AMX then versus me and the KV2. And what I'm doing here is just indeed, yeah, conserving hit points. Not sure what the KV is doing at the moment, or wasn't while I was driving. I'm watching back again on the minimap, and I can see he's moving in, so I start moving forward as well. I'm trying to go as hull down as much as possible, trying to bait shots from that AMX M445, but we still don't know where that VK, that VK was. The reason I was pushing in here pretty aggressively because the red VK kindly decided to destroy himself, making this a 2 versus 1, and unless the KV2 stuffs up completely, we should be able to do this. I popped the speed boost maybe a bit too early, but KV2 fired, and you can see the AMX is yeah, getting a bit afraid of both me and the KV rolling in. I shoot him once, twice, 3 times, do a reload, stay under the gun, move back and forth, go on the other side of him. He's panicking like crazy because there's a KV trolling towards him as well. We can shoot him, there we go, and get the kill shot in. Thank you very much. Not the most brilliant game ever, but this is what Wargaming have said about the tank. You have to play it as a support tank. You have to play it as a second line, and that's where one of the main problems of this tank comes in my opinion at least. There isn't really a lot of second line gameplay to be done in Blitz at the moment. It's mostly raw DPM and getting the firepower in and just rushing in really. That's what happens a lot of times, and then you are in trouble with this tank because you don't really have the mobility to get out of trouble. So you have to be situational aware to make the most of your clip. And we're going for the last video on this small little review onto a Lost Temple. Normally I would go towards the steps, but I don't really have gun depression nor armor, so I'm going in on one of the courtyards over here, where I can hopefully, if needed, safely sit back and enjoy the cover and reload. Just enough gun depression to put a shot into the Comet Cromwell. There we go, and this one dunks into the ground. But it's fine. There's a Churchill 3 at the back. There he is. And I'm turning around, switching targets, because now I can unload a clip into the Churchill. That one bounces on his martindogger. I don't know, I shoot his gun, whatever. I do kill his gunner. And we are back again, sitting in the middle, reloading, getting a full clip, getting 480 alpha out, and it should be just enough to finish off this Churchill, but we bounced the first shot on that big plate of armor on his front. We got shot. Not sure whether it was by him actually. 190. I think he has a pop gun. Something behind him then, maybe? Or HE, could be. I don't know. But we're going to finish him off. There we go. Track him for no damage, but he's sitting still nicely there, so we can put 2 shots through his side and leave him on a whopping 1 hit points. RNG. Righty, you gotta love it. D67 on 445. That's a nice target to go for. These are the types of target that you will want to try to get out. At 445, that's above my. That's lower than my burst damage. Sorry for stealing that kill, Leopard, but hey ho. Using the speed boost because that Crusader was coming. And I want to get fully reloaded, so we are driving down and then up again. And we behind the rock and we managed to not get shot. Yeah, we're now just driving back and forth, just rocking around, because the Leopard is rolling in on the Crusader. 1, 2, and there we go, number 3. Another one like that should finish him, and it does. And of course this is due to neither of the teams being very good in terms of playing and being a really good player, and a bit lucky in getting a tank who's at 1, left at 42. Bouncy shot from the Cromwell, don't know where. Maybe hit my tracks or angled front plate. I've actually bounced shots from a KV-1S on an angled front plate, so you can bounce in this tank if you position it correctly. But yeah, it's not a monster. It can be a monster in the right circumstances, like any autoloader really, if you are in a situation like this in the end game, where you can run around and then finish off on the clip, just mop up really. That's what you can do. But this is not a tank for those players who are starting the game. If you want it added to your collection, it's available in the store for €22.99, which is a bit much. But hey, this is the bundle. Is it worth the money? It's a good tank. But I think I would save my money, buy some gold and get another tier 6 premium if you really must have one. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, click the logo on the bottom right, and do check out the related videos as well. I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking!